Okay guys, it is June 7th and I'm gonna do a quick garden tour. And forgive me because I'm literally just holding the phone. It is really windy, so I hope you can hear me okay. But things were looking really pretty and it's so cool that I thought to myself, let's do it. Okay, so this is the entry of the backyard. And if you don't already know it, it's Eve with BlackYard Gardens. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, let me just show you what's going on in the food forest. One of the things that we tried to do this year is add more flowers. So we created these little buckets. You can see them. Little spark of red popped all here and throughout the backyard. We have a watermelon right here in the front. Cilantro from my neighbor. It's coming through. Got some daisies coming up. Not flowered yet, but they're coming up. A hydrangea that's kind of growing a tree. There's a bush. Here goes the tree. And I think this is called a snowball, but it just flowered. It was gorgeous. I missed that, so sorry about that, guys. Here's our raspberry patch. I added a little canna lily. It should start flowering again soon. The raspberries are just starting to ripen. So it starts from here, okay, and goes to here. And if you know anything about raspberries, you know there's primocanes and floricanes. And I think it's the floricanes, which is these ones, the second year, that are actually ripening. These ones will ripen maybe a little bit in the fall, but they'll ripen like this next spring. And I don't know what kind of lilies these are, but they're starting to open. Back here I have a bucket with watermelon in it. I think I passed a watermelon over here. Let's see. Yeah, right here is a watermelon. Yeah, so you hear how windy it is. If the video's too loud, then I won't post it, but I just kind of wanted to give you a visual what's going on. I just put a zucchini here, some type of melon right here, and then we have cucumbers. And I have them in crates because there's bunnies and squirrels and slugs, or not slugs, but roly-polies around that will go ahead and bite the heads off unless they're at a certain size. So I put them in those little crates, or little trash cans from the dollar store, to protect them. And that is a huge tip. That's what I put my peas under and stuff like that as well. We have a ground cherry, or they call it what is it, ground cherry and something else, a pineapple tomatillo. That's what this is right here. This is a hibiscus plant, hibiscus plant, and it has these huge plate-sized flowers that will bloom. So we'll try to get you a picture of that. I have a zucchini back here, but it looks like the wind is like tearing it up. I have a melon right here. This is an apple tree right here with this trunk, and a hydrangea behind it. Hibiscus right here, and a hibiscus over here. In between there is a peach tree, and you can see some peaches if I take my time here. Yeah, it's definitely got peaches. Have some roses back here. That over there is a persimmons tree, but I'm gonna dig that up because I think it's growing from the rootstock, and I don't even know what that'll mean for me. But yeah, over here we have a bunch of blueberries. This is a peach sorbet blueberry, and it's in here with my chocolate mint. I literally just smelled it. It smells so daggone good. And some weeds, look at that. So peach sorbet, blueberry, mint right here. When you come over here, I have a tomato plant right here, and it has like kind of like the potato leaves. I think it's one of those orange brandywine tomatoes, spinach, which looks like it's about to start flowering, but oh my gosh, you can pull so much spinach from these. I only have 5 plants in there, but right here I have peas. So you can see this one is packed with peas, right? When it gets this full, I don't eat the pod because the peas are super sweet, and that's the part that you want to eat. This one, once it gets like a little bit thicker like that, I wait for it to get this thick and eat the peas. But these flat ones, you can eat the whole pod because it doesn't have that hard string in there. So my pea pods, that one's not so cute, but it's going up over the trellis right here. But if I turn around right here, I have one that's going up really pretty on this larger trellis. So we have more peas over here as well. And then you'll see more tomatoes. So my garden is like, I don't know. I packed everything. My sister said we're packing everything in. So I packed everything in. So right down here, my husband and I just planted these. Some of them are pole beans and some of them are bush beans. I got them mixed up, so I don't know which one's which. So it might be a little crazy over here. And then look at this baby right here. From here to here. From the East Coast to the West Coast. Here we go. Let's go. Zucchini, go. Okay, let me show y'all my zucchini. Sorry, I had to go for it because I'm so proud of it. My mama gave me this zucchini. And when she gave it to me, a day later, I put it in. And I want to say that was like early May, maybe even late April, that she gave me this huge, well, it wasn't huge at the time, but it's so pretty. And then like I was trying to do the same thing with the zucchini and had those big leaves with this rhubarb, but then the rhubarb started breaking a little bit. So we got a rhubarb over here. This zucchini has a little bit more support, obviously, than the rhubarb does because it has the trellis. So I just want y'all to know we're eating zucchini at the beginning of June, and it's Ohio zone 6A, and so I just want to put that out there. I don't want to intimidate nobody, start no nothings, no things, but yeah, we out here eating zucchini in Ohio. So no, y'all know I'm trying to start stuff. Okay, and then down here, this is a cucumber. The same day my mama gave me the zucchini, she gave me a cucumber. And so that's starting to, I can see, like, if I get down here, you see the little flowers. This one actually has the cucumber on it. So yeah, if the bees get down here and do what they're supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they do what they're supposed to be doing. Oop, I'm sorry, I put my finger in there. I told you I was literally holding the camera, so my bad on that. Over here, I'm getting ready to, I'm drying out some seeds for my, I think these were my mustard greens. But this is where my sweet potato bed will be. It'll have zucchini in it over there, and it has a little, these are the golden zucchini. So it'll have some over there and over here, whichever one, you know, survives, I don't know. It got some garlic in there. And then we'll have sweet potatoes in there. So let's see. We added stones. If you guys see my help, I think I did a short that said help. Let's see what the stones will look like. This can kind of give you how they have sunken in. I did not dig them in, but I think they look really nice. And I want to put some on this side as well, just a few, because we have these stones that are sunken there. So I think it gives it a little cohesive look. So it's kind of a little choppy, y'all. It's a little choppy, but it's still pretty. I mean, it's super pretty. You know what? What happened was, this peach tree, it has some yellow roses. I want to say early May. And it gave me the tropical vibes, right? So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go with the tropical vibes. And that's kind of how I've been planting out my garden. I still, you can see some weeds and stuff that I need to get in here and clean up, but it's still gorgeous. We ain't gonna let her go down just because farmer me ain't doing her job. But yeah, so the 2 beds we went over. Let's go over this one here. This is our center bed that was already here when we purchased the house, but we turned it into like this little fruit garden. I'm running from a bug. You'll see another planter over here. So I really tried to incorporate a canna lily right here. I really tried to incorporate more flowers because when I look at you guys' garden tours, it's so inspiring actually. If anybody wants to know what this tree is, which I'm loving right now, it's a tiger sumac. Not the poisonous sumac, but tiger eye sumac is specifically its name. Guys, in this bed, we have so much. Things for eye appeal and things to eat. Let me show y'all my apples so y'all can stop playing with your girl. There you go. Look at them apples. This is a grafted tree, so it has like 4 different kinds of apples on it. And it has, look, let me see if I can pull you. Y'all see them apples? I don't think they're supposed to get like ready to harvest until maybe September, but they're like pretty nice size. Let me see if I can put my, oh, see? And I told you I wash my hands all day long, so you gonna see them. They're gonna look rough and tough. They rocks rough and tough. Okay, over here we added a honeyberry. That's the mister. And then over here, this garden bed, we got the Mrs. Honeyberry behind the hibiscus. So those will grow. It'll take them a couple years before I see them fruit, is what people typically say. We have some beautiful pineapple sage. Oh, I pinched the tops and then it started doing its daggone thing. Swiss chard. Peppers, all different kinds of peppers, interplanted. I put 2 plants in there. I seen that on someone's YouTube video. I liked the suggestion, so I went with it. I'm really out here supposed to be watering, but I just wanted to give a quick garden tour. So I hope I'm not going too fast. But you have some tomatoes already popping up. Again, guys, for Ohio, yeah, tomatoes already. I'm feeling myself. So let me see if I can separate. This plant seemed to have fallen over onto the other plant. Okay, so try to pull that out. Then you'll see a bucket and that has tomatoes on it. I'm trying to thin out the leaves. Here's the front of the peas. I'm trying to thin out the leaves as, sorry, I hope I didn't make you dizzy right there. As they grow, so that the tomato plants get air kind of going through. A little BlackYard garden tip. Go get these for like, I think I got these for like $3. I want to say at Meijer at the end of the season. So don't forget to get your trellises. Most of these things I shop for at the end of the season, and I get them for little to nothing. So I try to put nice things in my garden. I try to make sure it looks nice, but I don't be paying all that money. I get it when everybody forgets about the garden. I don't forget. More what is this? Swiss chard. More Swiss chard. Some leaves I need to pull off of there. Some, it looks like the slugs got some, but I am trying to let these bad boys grow up, because I've seen them in people's gardens. They're so beautiful. You can still eat them. So we're gonna let them grow up for us. This is oregano. Smells good. Likes to get me a little sniffers. What is this again? Pineapple sage is in there as well. Winter saver right here, and then thyme is flowering back here. This time, it must be a creeping thyme, because it was planted right here and it crawled itself right around there, and now you see a patch over there. It's behind that little bush, so it must have wanted a little bit of shade. So yeah, guys, just a quick little garden tour. Again, I apologize, it is so windy. I'll show you. I'll show you. So windy. It actually feels quite good. Came out here just to water a little bit, and I was filling the garden, so then I was like, let me do a little bit of a garden tour. Let me take you up here. I'm trying to do it quick because I always feel overwhelmed when I try to do a garden tour, because I feel like there's so much to show you that I don't want to take up all your time. I have beans, all kinds of beans planted in the burgundy, yellow, green beans. I think it's 3 different kinds in there. Some of my starter flowers that, like my nasturtium. Oop, bug got me. My nasturtium, that's kind of going crazy. I have okra over here coming up. More beans, if anybody needs some. Parsley, dill, cilantro. I don't know what's on me. Cilantro, basil, sage. I think this is a thyme. This says oregano, but I don't know why it says oregano, because it don't look like it. Oh, it might be some down here. Okay. Got some onions supposed to be coming up. All right, and then this needs, you can see the tomatoes on here. This needs a trellis. So look at that. It's in a bucket right here. And it needs a trellis. So I have to find one for that one. I think I actually do have one. I'm just a little bit shocked by it laying, but it's so windy, of course. I have onions. Let me see. You can see it. That need to get planted off. I've been taking the tops off so I can eat them, and they have been delicious. This is dill. Let me see. I'm trying to show you the onions, but they don't want to be seen. Over here we have potatoes. Let's walk around the potatoes. Potato, potato, potato. Beans right here. This is, I have 2 tomatoes in here in this little bucket. And I gotta get another trellis. So this is the way the story is going today. With the wind, it's requiring a trellis. A couple buckets of weeds. Anybody needs some weeds, I got some for ya. It's not a perfect garden, but it's a beautiful one. So these are potatoes in here. They have been knocked all around, it looks like. Those are leaning on my beans. So let's pull that back. So here goes the beans right there. And then potatoes and potatoes. I've been pulling off the flowers. I haven't pulled them all off, but I've heard that when they start flowering, the tubes are the potato, you know, the root is actually growing at the bottom. So it's good to pull off the flowers so the energy goes to the root. These were looking good, but now they're looking a little tired. These this kale. So I guess I'm gonna have to cut down some of these tired looking leaves, put it in the compost, and keep it moving. They were hidden back here for a while. The potato leaves had them hidden, but I think the bugs done found them, poor little babies. They done nipped them up real good. But I'll try to keep some of the leaves going because I can cover them up and let them keep growing. So that's my kale. Yeah, and then my seedlings over here. Let's take you around to the onion bed. Had a blueberry that I'm gonna pull out of here because it didn't seem to be doing well. We had a peach sorbet that's growing really well back there that I showed you, but this one's not doing so well. I think I'm gonna take it out of there. I'm not sure why it's not doing well, but I ain't gonna fret. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I did fret, but I was like upset about it, but I ain't gonna be that upset. I'm gonna keep it moving. Some more cannas. I'm trying to keep some pretty things, some more weeds though. Cannas. I'm trying to keep pretty things in the garden because it inspires me. We have onions in here, so red, and some that I put in there, Walla Walla from seed, the Walla Walla onions. I started like you heard of a pet cemetery. These is the, this ain't my pet cemetery, but it's like the ones that I've almost killed. So I have a hydrangea tree that I almost killed, and it's right there. A blue spruce. And then there's another hydrangea bush And that right there, I started that garden bed not too long ago. My husband's not done with this fencing, but I'm gonna try to get us out here to show you on the side of the house that we also have some things growing. I don't even know how to work this. Just gonna hood style it, sneak out of there. Right here we have some spaghetti squash growing that kind of just seeded itself in there because I didn't take the seeds out when I put compost in here. Some chamomile that looks amazing. And this is a raspberry cane, okay, coming up right there. So we have a few things in that let me see if you can see it, in that wine barrel, or half wine barrel. Got some weeds I need to pull. We usually have to pull them once a week on this side of the house, or they'll go cuckoo bananas, which they're doing right now. Chamomile that looks amazing again in this half wine barrel. And these are Davin's strawberries. So if you follow me, then you already know Davin wanted strawberries, so Davy gets strawberries. And he's growing them really well. If you can, so we got some pink ones. I try to lay them on the, I try to make sure they're on the, what is that, mulch? So that the roly-polies don't go after them too hard. Look at those. I got somebody knocking on the window, waving at me. Yeah, so we got strawberries. There's another, I think squash plant in here, and I'm not growing it for the squash. I'm literally just letting it kind of shade the strawberries a little bit. So I'm using it. Hopefully not abusing it. And then I have a little patch of okra. Look at that. Okra is related, I think, to the hibiscus family, or like just like the Rose of Sharon. They have those really pretty leaves. I mean, really pretty flowers on there when they start growing the okra. So, yeah, that's mainly the vegetable garden. We have a Miss Kim lilac if you like landscaping, you know. Have a primrose lilac back here. And then Rose of Sharon right here, a bush that has white flowers on it right here. When it flowers. It hasn't flowered yet. And then this is some of the front landscaping that we did and that you've seen. But we'll give you a quick little overview. It's looking good, so I'll take a little picky pick. And then make sure you get the maple in there because she my girl. Okay, and then I just use some of those little planter things that, you know, you get your trees and stuff in. And I made these planters up. Some coleus, 2 different color coleus. I call these my Hawaiian. These are impatiens, but I call them my Hawaiian impatiens, with some little frillies in there. I don't even know where I came up with that color scheme with the purple. I'm not sure that even matches, but I like it. This one has the trailing, can't remember what they call it, but it has that little hang down. This one doesn't, but it has a really large coleus in there. This one over here. So, yeah. And then water hose. I don't know why I always have it laid out like that. I mean, I do know why, because look at all that. Look at all that. I gotta water. Guys, I got a new fig tree. It was half off, one of the big box stores. So let's see if we can keep this brown turkey fig. Never had them, or if I did, I didn't know which kind it was. All kind of blackberries, boysenberries, grapes, some tomatoes that need to go out, some really pretty flowers that have just been sitting there making me happy. So, and some weeds, some things that have died that I need to get out of there. Oh, let me turn you over, because y'all know we did a Mother's Day project with, ooh, look at that baby. I'm sorry, you can see the trash can right there, but she's gorgeous. Y'all know my Mother's Day gift right here. Still ain't got over it yet. So I'm still, woo, variegated dogwood. Looks so good with the, this boxwood right here. That boxwood has to be about at least 30 years old. And the same for the Japanese maple. I like to call it a fringed Japanese maple because if you look at the leaves, she's so feminine. Look at her. Hi, baby. All right. So, okay, that's pretty much the yard.